Hello everyone, today I'm going to show you how to make this napkin box. It's very cute, as you can see the flower on top of it, the poinsetta. I have a video on how to make it. At the end of this video you'll find a link, and even in the description I will put a link from where you can make the flower. It's easy to make this box. It's easy, and it's for you put napkins inside it. You can make it in other colors if you want. I made it for Christmas, but you can make it even in other colors, not for Christmas. As I told you, it's very easy to make. It's like this, and on the sides, and you put the napkins inside it. And as I told you, I have the pattern of the flower too. So I'm using the hook 3.5 millimeters, so 3.5 millimeters hook. And I started by making 4 chains. So start by making 4 chains. Now we go in the last chain here, and we close it with a slip stitch. We start by making 3 chains, 1, 2, and 3. We go in the middle here, and we make a treble. So when I say a treble in English, double crochet is in American, but I usually use the treble. We make 3 chains, 1, 2, and 3, and we make another 2 trebles in the same place. So 1 and 2. Now we make another 3 chains, 1, 2, and 3, and we're going to make another 2 trebles. We have to make 4 groups of 2 with 3 chains to separate them. That is 1, and we make another 1, 2, another 3 chains, 1, 2, and 3, and we make the last 2 trebles. 1 and 2. We finish this row with 3 chains, 1, 2, and 3. We go in the first chain from when we started, and we finish it with a slip stitch. And that is the first row ready. We're going to start the next row. We start with 3 chains, 1, 2, and 3. We go on the next treble, and we make a treble on top of it. Now we arrived here in the first space where we made the chains. So we're going to make 2 trebles there. 1 and 2. 3 chains, 1, 2, and 3, and in the same space here we're going to make another 2 trebles, 1 and 2. Now 2 trebles on top of these 2 trebles, 1 and 2. We do the second one, and 2 trebles in the next space that we have, 1 and 2. 3 chains, we make another 3 chains. Here we made 2 on top of these, and 2 here. Now we make 3 chains, 1, we're going to repeat, and 2 trebles in the same space that we did before, 1 and 2. Now 2 trebles on the next 2 trebles. So 1, and we make another 1 on top of this one, and 2. And 2 trebles in the next space. 1 and 2, and we continue like that. We make another 3 chains, 1, 2 and 3, 2 trebles here, 2 trebles on top of these, 2 trebles here, and then I will show you how to finish the row. Now we made 3 chains, as you can see. With the last 3 chains we go here in this space. Here is where we started, so here we have to finish with 2 trebles because we are in the corner there to finish the corner. So 1 and 2. We go in the first chain here and we finish with a slip stitch, and that is the second row ready. We're going to start the next row with 3 chains. Now we're going to make a treble on the next one, 2 chains, 1 and 2, and we're going to skip these two we're going to skip them. We'll go directly in the space where we made the corner and we make 2 trebles. The corner is going to be always like this, 2 trebles, 3 chains, and another 2 trebles in the same place. The corner always like that. Now 2 chains, here we did 2 chains, 2 trebles, 3 chains and 2 trebles, the corner there. Another 2 chains, 1 and 2. We skip the first 2, we go in the 2 in the middle and we make 2 trebles there. 1 and 2. That is 1. We're going to do the second one. And 2. Another 2 chains. Now we are at this corner again. We skip these 2, we go here and we make another 2 trebles, 1 and 2, 3 chains, 1, 2 and 3, and we make another 2 trebles in the same place, the other corner, 1 and 2. Another 2 chains. We're going to skip the next 2. This is the corner, skip the next 2. We go in the ones in the middle, 2 in the middle. And we make another 2 trebles on the ones in the middle, 1 and 2. Another 2 chains. Again we arrive here in the corner, so we make 2 trebles, 1 and 2, 3 chains and 2 trebles like this one. 3 chains, 1, 2 and 3, and another 2 trebles in the same place to make another corner, 1 and 2. And we continue the row like that. 2 chains, you skip these 2, you make 2 on these, 2 chains, 3 chains and 3 here in the corner, and you continue the row like that. So this row is ready. I finished with a slip stitch in the first chain. I made 2 chains here and I finished with a slip stitch here. We're going to start the next one with 3 chains. We're going to make a treble on the next one. Now where we have the chains, we're going to make 2 trebles, 1 and 2, and 2 trebles on the next 2, 1 and 2. Now in the space in the corner we make 2. We arrived in the corner, so we make 2, 3 chains, 1, 2 and 3, and another 2 trebles in the same place, 1 and 2. Now 2 trebles on top of the next 2 trebles, 1 and 2, 2 trebles in the next space, 1 and 2, 2 trebles on the next 2 trebles, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, this is the second one, 2 trebles in the next space. So this row, what we're going to do, a treble on each treble, and where we have the chains, we have to make 2 trebles all around like that. 2 trebles on the next 2 trebles, 1 and 2. We arrived in the corner, so we're going to make 2 trebles in the corner, 1 and 2. 3 chains, 1, 2 and 3, and another 2 trebles in the corner, 1 and 2. And we continue the row like that. A treble on each treble, 2 trebles in the space, 2 trebles, 2 trebles, here 2 trebles, 3 chains, 2 trebles, and you continue the row like that. We're starting the next row. We're going to repeat the row we did before. So 3 chains, we're alternating the rows. Now we're doing the other row. And a treble in the next treble. Now, 2 chains, 1 and 2. We skip the next 2 chains, we go in the next one and we're going to make 2 trebles on the next 2 trebles, 1 and 2. Another 2 chains, we go in the corner and we skip the last 2, we go in the corner and make 2 trebles, 1 and 2, 3 chains, 1, 2 and 3, and another 2 trebles in the same place in the corner, 1 and 2. Now 2 chains, we skip the next 2 trebles, 1 and 2, we go on the next 2, and we make another 2 trebles, 1 and 2. Another 2 chains, we skip the next 2, and we go on the other 2. So 1 and 2. We're repeating the row we did before. Another 2 chains, and we skip the next 2, we go on the other 2 and do the same. 2 trebles on the next 2 trebles, 1 and 2. Another 2 chains, 1 and 2, we arrived at the corner. We skip those 2, we go directly in the corner. We make 2 trebles, 1 and 2, 3 chains because we are in the corner, and we make another 2 trebles in the same place. 1 and 2. And we continue the row like that. Another 2 chains, we skip 2, we go on the 2, we do make 2 chains, we skip these 2, we make 2 trebles on the other, 2 chains, we skip 2, we go on the other, 2 chains, we skip the last 2, we go in the corner, 2 chains, 3 trebles, 2 chains, and we continue the row like that. You continue around like that. This row is ready too. I finished with a slip stitch. We start the next one. I'm going to repeat the other row now. 3 chains, this row we're going to repeat. 3 chains, a treble on this treble, on the next treble, and 2 trebles in the space, 1 and 2. 2 trebles on the next 2 trebles, 1 and 2, 2 trebles in the space, 1 and 2, 2 trebles on the next 2 trebles, 1 and 2. We arrived in the corner, so we make another 2 trebles, 1 and 2, 3 chains, 1, 2 and 3, and another 2 trebles in the same place, in the same corner, 1 and 2. And we continue the row like that. 2 trebles on this one, 2 trebles here, 2 trebles here, trebles here. You continue here, 2 trebles, 3 chains and 2 trebles in the corner, and you continue the row like that. So now you have what you have to make. You have to make another 2 rows like this and another 2 rows like this. So first you make a row like that and a row like this, then you make another row like this one, and another row like this, like this one. 4 rows. You have to alternate. You have to make another 4 rows, the same rows that I showed you. So as you can see, the rows are ready. I'm trying a napkin to see how large I have to make it. I made 11 rows. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 rows in all. So I made 11 rows. Now like this one, you have to make another one like this one. As you can see, it's large enough for the napkin that I have. If you have a smaller napkins, the napkins are smaller, you make it smaller, the square. And as I told you, like this one, you have to make another one. This one I cut the thread, but the next one, don't cut the thread because we have to continue working with the thread. I'm going to stop for a while to remind you of my ebook. In this ebook you will find lots of pictures. I also included some very easy patterns. This ebook is ideal for those who want to learn crochet and knitting. Maybe they haven't found anyone to teach them, so this book is ideal for those who wish to try and learn crochet and knitting. Hope you find it useful. In the description you will find a link from where you can get it, and I will send it via email. As I told you, in the description you will find the link from where you can get it. So now, as you can see, I made the two. The two are ready, as you can see. But I'm going to work on this one. The last one, because I didn't cut the thread. So we take the hook, we pull the yarn, so the stitches down like this, and we're going to start with 3 chains. We start by making 3 chains, 1, 2, and 3. Now, as you see the chains here, are you seeing the chains here? We're going to work at the back of the loop. The back of the loop of the chains we're going to make, and we're going to make a treble on each chain that we have, always working at the back of the loop of the chain, as you can see. You have the chains here, always put the hook at the back of the loop, and we make a treble in each one that we have. Continue putting the hook at the back of the loop, and we make a treble on each one of them, on each one of the chains that we have here. As I told you, always at the back of the loop. We're starting to form the square. When we arrive here, I will tell you what you have to do here. We arrived here in the corner, so we have 3 chains there, and we're going to do the same. The trebles, we're going to make them at the back of the loop of the chains that we have. We have to make 3 trebles, always working at the back of the loop. Those are 2. We're going to make the last one, 3. This is the corner. And we continue like we did before on all the other trebles. always working at the back of the loop of the chain, we go all around, and in the corner, when you arrive in the corner, you make 3 in the chains like we did here. So as you can see, the row is ready. I finished with a slip stitch here. Now we start the next row with 3 chains. We go on the next treble here, and we make a treble. Now 2 chains. We skip the next two trebles, so we skip them, 1, 2. We go on the next one, and we make 2 trebles, 1 and 2 in the next one. Another 2 chains. We skip the next 2, 1, 2. We go on the next 2, and we make a treble on each one of them, 1 and 2. We make another 2 chains, 1 and 2. We skip the next 2, we go on the other 2. And we make another 2 trebles, 1 and 2. Another 2 chains. We skip the next 2, 1, 2. And we make another 2 on the next 2. 1 and 2. Another 2 chains. We arrived in the corner here where we made those 3 trebles, so we skip 2. We go on the 3 in the corner, and we make 3 trebles on the 3 we made in the corner, 1, 2 and 3. Another 2 chains, and we continue like we did. We skip the next 2. We skip the next 2 trebles, we go on the other 2, and we make 2 trebles on the next 2. And we continue the row like that. The row is ready too. As you can see, we made this one, this is the second one. And we're going to start the next one. We're going to make the one like the first one we made. 3 chains, we go in the next one, and we make a treble. 2 trebles in the space, we're repeating as you can see. 1 and 2. 2 trebles on the next 2. 1 and 2. 2 trebles in the space, 1 and 2. And 2 trebles on the next space. You continue, and here in the corner you make 3 on the 3 on the corner. This row is ready too, as you can see. Now we're going to repeat these 2 rows. Repeat this one. Now we're going to repeat the one we made before. 3 chains, a treble on this treble, 2 chains. We skip 2 trebles, and we go on the next one, and we make 2 trebles on the next one. As you can see, we're repeating 1 and 2. Another 2 chains. We skip the next 2. We go on the other one, and we make 2 trebles on the next 2. 1. We're repeating the same rows. In the corners, we always make 3 on each 3. And we repeat here, we make 3 on these in the corner, and we repeat the row, that one. Then after this one, we repeat this row. So we make this row, and after we repeat this row. So the rows are ready. We have 5 in all. We have 5 rows. Those are the sides of the box. Now we're going to start. Here is the first row we started. Of the 5 rows, the first one. We find the one corner. And we start. You can start in any corner. So you find one corner. And we're going to start from those 3, the third one of the corner, from there. You know, in the corners we made 3 trebles. So we're going to start from the first one of the corner. We pull up a stitch, and we make 4 chains. 1, 2, 3 and 4. We're going to work with the red now. We go in the third one, pull up a stitch, and we make a slip stitch. Now I'm always working here, as you can see. in these loops here. In these loops here. Now, we go in the first loop and we make a single crochet. That is one, we have to make 4. In the first 4 loops. 1. This one we put it here, so we hide it in the work. We go in the next loop and we make another one, 2. We go in the third loop, we make another one, 3, and we make another one, 4. I'm working in the loops 1, 2, 3 chains. We go here, pull up a stitch, and we make a slip stitch. We work in the next 4 loops. 1, 2, 3. This is the lower part of the box. And 4. Another 3 chains. 1, 2, and 3. We go here, pull up a stitch, and then we slip stitch. This is the lower part, as you can see, of the box. We go in the next 4 loops. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Another 3 chains. 1, 2, and 3. We go here in the first one, pull up a stitch, and we slip it. And you continue all around like that, always working in the loops here. The loops here, you put the hook here, and here, and here. You continue the row like that. So as you can see, this is how it comes. The bottom part of the box. Now we're going to make the upper part. This is the box, how it comes. Now we're going to attach the upper part with the lower part. Now, this is the lower part, as I told you. Now, you find the corner again. You find one corner, any corner you like. Here you can see the 3 trebles we made in the corner. You go in the one in the middle of those 3. You go in the middle one. In the middle, now you start counting 14 chains. Count 14 chains from the corner of one side. 13, 14. This is the 14th chain. Now, 14 chain, you take a marker. I don't have a marker, so I'm going to use this. And you mark the 14th chain from the third, from the one in the middle. This is the middle. Now we're going to go 14 chains on the other side. You find the one in the middle again of those 3. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So this is the 14 chains, and we mark it again. 14 from one side and 14 from the other side. From the corner, you find the corner and you start counting from the one in the middle of those 3 chains. 14 on one side and 14 on the other side, like this. Now, you take the upper part. You find the corner, any corner you like, and you do the same. You find the middle chain here, and you start counting 14 chains from this side and 14 chains from the other side. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. This is the 14th one. So you take the other marker and you mark them together like that. And you do the same on the other side. You go in the middle again here, in the corner, and you start counting 14 from the middle chains until you arrive at the 14th chain. You find the 14th one, you take the marker on the other side, and you mark it with the other. This part we're going to leave open. This part here is going to be open, left open, here, and we're going to close the other parts. The other parts, this here is going to be open, and the other we're going to close all the. Now we're going to work on the upper part of the box now. We're going to take the red yarn again. We're going to work on the upper part. So the upper part has to be facing you. The upper part facing you. And we're going to start from the 15th chain. So we marked the 14th chains of the upper and the lower part. And we're going to start from the 15th chain. You put the hook in the 15th chain on the upper part and on the lower part there. So we're going to close them. You're going to work like we did the lower part of the box. We're going to pull up a stitch, 3 chains, 1, 2, and 3, 4 chains, sorry. We go in the 3rd chain and we close it with a slip stitch. Now we're going to make a single crochet in the first part, in the upper part, and the lower part, so that we close them together. And we're going to make 4 single crochet. We are going to close the box with the single crochet. 2, 3, and 4. Now 3 chains, 1, 2, and 3. We go in the chains here and we close it with a slip stitch. Again, we're going to go in the next 4 chains. We close them. 1. This we're going to pull it here, so we hide it with the work, the yarn we have here. 2. 3. And 4. Again 3 chains, 1, 2, and 3. We go here and we close it with a slip stitch, and you continue like that all around like that. We have to continue until we arrive here where we have the other marker, and we stop there. So as you can see, we closed it. We have only opened here. This part, the upper part, we're not going to work on it because this we're going to fold it. We're going to put the flower on top of it. We're going to work only on the lower part. Here we finished with 3 chains. Now here we're going to make a single crochet all around here. So we start and we continue making a single crochet here all around the part that is opened. Only the upper part, we're not going to do anything on the upper part. The lower part, where it is open, we're going to make a single crochet in each chain, chain that we have until we arrive here and we finish with a slip stitch. And this is the final result, how it came. Here it is open, where you put the napkins here. You have to pull them here. I made the upper part, it's you saw it. I still have to sew the flower on it. As I told you, the poinsetta, I have a tutorial how to make it. I will leave a link in the description from where you can find the tutorial. And as you can see, the box is ready. As you have seen, it was not difficult to make. The lower part is like that. All around it's like that. And you put the napkins inside. It's very cute, as you can see, and you can make it in other colors. I used this color to make it for Christmas, but you can use it not only for Christmas, you can make other colors and use it for other days. So I hope you understand what I told you to do. and I hope that you try it. Bye for now.